As the pace of modern life increases, so do people become more aware of the need to reconnect with natural rhythms through contact with the environment and the slower pace of rural life. Alternative tourism differs from mass tourism in that it is small in scale, locally controlled, and aims at the conservation of biological and cultural diversity, encourages sustainable development, reinvigorates rural communities, provides new markets for goods, opportunities for employment, and incentives and funding for the restoration and conversion of property. Conferences organized by such institutions as the Orthodox Academy of Crete, the Mediterranean Agronomic Institute, the Center for Mediterranean Architecture, and the University of Crete often focus on these environmental and conservation issues. The two main forms of alternative tourism are eco and agro-tourism. Although they have much in common, ecotourism is concerned with the natural environment, including rambling, mountain walking, and specialized tours to observe wildlife, flora, or geology. While agrotourism enables visitors to participate in the functioning of the place they visit, feeding animals, preparing food, planting and harvesting crops. The innumerable mule tracks, calderimi, that crisscross the island, some of them ancient, many of them beautifully constructed, have been incorporated into a network of footpaths, the most important of which is the E4. Starting in the Pyrenees and crossing Europe and mainland Greece, it enters Crete at Castelli, and after traversing some of the wildest, most beautiful scenery that Crete has to offer, finishes at Zakros on the east coast. The E4 varies in difficulty from easy going to the extremely tough, especially in the waterless desert of the high mountains after the snow has melted. There are 4 shelters situated in the west, north, east and in the center of the White Mountains, only one of which, Kalergi, situated high above the plain of Omalos and accessible by car, is open throughout the year. The Mountaineering Club of Hanya organizes regular hiking trips throughout the year, ski trips in winter, and offers essential advice. After the long summer, day after day of settled sunshine and heat, change comes to Crete, the transition to another season. Almost overnight, the beaches that were crowded with holidaymakers are almost empty. Ferry boats and airplanes are full of people returning to work or school. The first signs of change are migrating birds flying in skeins over the bays, waiting for the winds that will lift them up over the mountains to Africa, and clouds forming over headlands and islands, wrapping the high mountains. Rain has washed away the dust. Distances open up. The colors are sharper, brighter. Dormant seeds sprout. Oranges and olives ripen. Plants flower again. The island starts to green. For most, a return to the routine of everyday life after the relaxation of summer. For some, though, a time to be active and explore.
Hey now, where do you go?
So today I start my holiday in Crete. No more timetables, just me and the bike and the island, exploring and writing.
What do you know? When lost old worlds are dying, listen to silent sighing. When falling stars are crying, say, leave now nothing less. All the dreams are burning fast. Leave now nothing less. All the dreams are burning fast. So stay still.
Νιώθω ότι το χώμα του νησιού με υποδέχεται, όπως κάθε φορά. Μια ζεστή, φιλική αγκαλιά ξύπνα έντονες μνοικές μνήμες που φτάνουν στο τώρα. Συναντώ την απλότητα. Η ανησυχία της πόλης ξεθοριάζει μέσα μου. Κάθε χρόνο το καλοκαίρι περνάει σαν μπόρα πάνω από το σώμα της Κρήτης. Οι πρώτες βροχές την ξεπλένουν, αφήνοντάς την και πάλι απάτητη. Μια βόλτα στο παλιό λιμάνι θέτει τον εσωτερικό μετρονόμο σε σταθερά αργό τέμπο. Το άνοιγμα της θάλασσας πέρα από τα τείχη. Ο φάρος σαν οφθαλμός. Μια τσικουδιά σε ένα από τα σοκάκια της παλιάς πόλης. Οι αισθήσεις οξύνονται και το πνεύμα του ταξιδιώτη ξυπνάει τα μέλη μου. Χωρίς πλάνο, χωρίς οργανωμένη πορεία, με οδηγό το ένστικτο και την έλξη προς μέρη αυθεντικά. Το όχημα ελίσσεται σαν ορθογώνιο ερπετό στις απότομες στροφές, αποκαλύπτοντας μπροστά από τα ζαλισμένα μου μάτια εικόνες της φύσης που εναλλάσσονται. Στάσεις του ασκήφου, ανακατεμένη από τη διαδρομή, περπατώ χωρίς να πηγαίνω κάπου συγκεκριμένα.
This morning, full of energy and fooled by the map, I cycled the zigzag up the ridge behind Hanya to Malaxa. The last, steepest section nearly killed me, but the views were incredible. in one direction over the city to the sea, and in the other over Keramia, with its many villages, stretching to the foothills of the White Mountains, cut through by the Dikdamas Gorge. Close to Hanya in terms of distance, but a world away from it in time. I left my bicycle at the village of Kambi and set off on foot, following a track leading up into the high mountains, where shepherds graze their flocks in summer, living in beehive-shaped stone huts known as mitata. It was a stiff, steady climb up to the mountain hut of Volikas, but worth it to experience the atmosphere of the high mountains. Sweaty and ravenously hungry at the end of a day of strenuous walking and cycling, I had a feast and some excellent wine at a taverna in Psikropigadi. I flew back down the zigzag as if I had wings. I was made an offer I couldn't refuse, to join a group of motorcyclists on a trip up to Theriso, through the gorge right behind Hanya, then over a spur of the mountains and down into the next valley, past the hilltop village of Zorva to Meskla, with its abundant springs breaking out close to the church. An exhilarating ride in good company.